Hello everyone. As of now, we have discussed how safety performance lead to business performance, how leadership cultivate culture, how important is leadership to set all kind of improvement in motion, what are foundation of leadership. We also knew about how leadership always create culture. Today in this session, we will discuss in detail about safety culture and we will try to understand through some case study how culture sustain performance. So in this session, we define culture and know about its characteristic, how combinedly safety culture and organizational functioning influences behavior and performance. After it, we will have some case study to know how safety culture and organizational functioning correlated and interacted with each other. In case study, we will make it clear that what happens if safety culture and organizational functioning both are strong. What happens if a safety culture is weak and organizational functioning are strong? And what happens if safety culture is strong and organizational functionings are weak? So let's define safety culture. Culture is defined as a shared value, belief, and assumption that govern behavior. And it's very difficult to pin down culture because value, belief, assumption are not directly observable. Culture characteristics have been broken down into two categories: safety culture and organizational functioning. Safety culture can be described as, say, in organization, how people take and act with respect to safety. Do manager, supervisor, worker are actually act in the way that demonstrate that worker safety is actually important? Organizational functioning describe the kind of relationship that motivate people to contribute their best effort. It shows reciprocal trust, relationship employee, between employee to and supervisor, between employee and organization, and all contribute to positive environment. Higher organizational functioning lead to better engagement, more teamwork, people investing discretionary time, effort, and enthusiasm in their work. Now we understand about safety culture and organizational functioning. Now we will have some case study to know how organizational functioning and safety culture interact with each other to influence safety related behavior and performance in organization. So let's discuss on first case study: a strong safety culture and high organizational functioning. Uh, we have example. One of the biggest oil refinery that was preparing for shutdown, its employee knew their job would be gone in 24 months. Now just quaint situation. How challenging job for refinery leader, not only retaining employee but keeping them safe and fully engaged during extended period of stress. Senior management team decided to accomplish extended time period by focusing on safety and well-being of their employees. In order to create best environment in which every employee knew they were valued and cared for, senior leaders were practicing and measuring their own critical safety leadership behavior. Their unwavering commitment to their vision was evidenced by continuous improvement in their own leadership practices, which steadily increased over 2 years. And you will be surprised that refinery door closed with safest, most reliable, and most productive record in the history. So, refinery and its leadership optimize a strong safety culture and high organizational functioning. Let's come to second case study. What happens if safety culture is weak and organizational functioning is high? In this type of situation, people are committed to their work and put all kind of discretionary effort, but they act in highly unpredictable way when it comes to safety. One of the very good example of this kind of situation is a space shuttle Columbia failure of NASA. Accident investigation team reported that cause of a space shuttle failure was much from broken safety culture as it was from technical problem. Individuals within NASA had recognized that risk of losing insulating from external fuel tank of a space shuttle. They knew that loss of foam could destroy the mission. They knew that hazard like this mean don't fly. Yet NASA flew anyway because people who knew about the problem at lower rank and right information did not flow up to top management or right people. Now question is how right information did not flow up to top management. After failure of a space shuttle mission, NASA invited some safety expert to help NASA in strengthening safety culture and to know why information did not flow up to right people. Under observation of expert, NASA arranged large gathering in which attendees met in a rectangular table at the center where 12 people sitting and 50 lower ranking people seated in multiple row along the periphery. 12 people were kind of big bosses who would make decision, but unless 12 big bosses want safety issue raised, unless value of safety is just as palpable, unless safety is also seen as mission critical, it is very much possible that middle and lower rank people raise their voice, stand up and say, I have studies properties of insulating foam of external fuel tank and my data is showing something quite different and I really think you should reconsider your decision that you are about to take. Now we understand why information did not flow up to right people. So leader needed to recognize how their behavior impacted culture, not just when they prompting safety, but in their day-to-day interaction. Uh, let's come to second case study, low organizational functioning and a strong safety culture. This kind of situation great for safety, but uh, weakness in organizational functioning create all kinds of hurdles to leaders who are trying to do right thing. These organizations suffer from lack of trust between the level across the organization boundaries. This weak organizational functioning create drag on safety also. Let's try to understand with example. Division of large oil and gas company had conducted 3 days of site safety conference. The conference started with a speeches of two corporate executive, division president, and division safety manager. And it was observed that good amount of time, attention, resources devoted to safety, but people rolling their eye as executives spoke. These were safety volunteer rolling their eyes and mm, at executive talking about safety. So now we have discussed all situation uh, through case study. Hope we have enjoyed session. Thank you and have a safe day.